Is that how this goes? Hey, everyone. Welcome to Isolation Comedy by Comedy Wham, live from Austin, Texas. I am not Colton Dowling. I am sorry if you were expecting Colton and his amazing six-pack abs. Let's call mine a six-pack of marshmallows. This is a very, very special back-to-school edition of Isolation Comedy. We've got an all-parent lineup, which is kind of cool. They're not necessarily going to be clean. They're going to drop F-bombs. At least I'm hoping they are. And, they're not, maybe they won't even talk about their kids because they need peace and quiet for their sets, and we just don't know what's going to happen. We are bringing comics to your couch, and to join the chat, you can grab a Twitch account or join us for the chat on Facebook. And Comedy Wham, that's us, that's me, that's Richard. You're not going to hear his voice, you're not going to see his pictures, but he is the technology guru behind Comedy Wham, and you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook. Are we on TikTok yet? I don't think so. I don't know. That's for young people. I'm not young. All right. Well, tonight's show is free to watch, but donations are welcome. Every time you see a comic coming up on the screen, you will see their Venmo information. If you don't know how much to give to anybody, you can donate to the Comedy Wham PayPal account, and Comedy Wham isn't keeping a single penny of that. It goes straight to the comics. But if you love somebody just a little bit extra, feel free to donate to their Venmo directly. All right. Sit back, grab a beverage, and let's get ready for some laughs. But first, tonight, I am being joined by my very special guest, Jeff, of the Jeff and Kathy Chit Chat Show.
Hi.
Oh, wow. Hey, Jeff, welcome.
Woo! Am I right?
Yeah. Jeff is going to be joining me in co-hosting duties. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Awesome.
I don't know why else I'll be here.
Well, that's true. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I've been doing schoolwork all day.
Oof.
And I just got out of the shower 10 minutes ago from swimming.
Yeah, teenage boy smell, am I right?
How are you doing?
I'm very stressed out, to be honest. Work has been so overwhelming. I am blessed that through all this COVID stuff, I've been able to keep my job, but it just has become so intense lately. I keep getting these surprise projects landing on my lap, and I don't have enough team resources to be able to work on those projects. And then, oh my gosh, politics. I mean, we've had two major party conventions over the last couple of weeks, and there's this shit show. I'm sorry. There's this crazy Republican National Convention that happened this week, and then on top of that, we have these social justice issues. Black Lives Matters. It's just it's just so overwhelming, and I just don't know how we could possibly handle juggling all of these things, work, doing the right things, and
I'm listening.
okay.
I'm gonna go. I actually have something that I want to show.
Oh,
because I'm proud of it.
Okay.
I'll be back.
All right.
I'm gonna go get that.
Okay, so everybody, it is important that we support social justice causes. That
you should show. Remember?
Oh, yeah, right. You're coming back though, right?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay. I honestly don't think he's coming back. Online school, am I right, parents? Oh boy. All right, so I have a little confession to make. Every once in a while, I let my kid play with my phone, and we do have parents in the audience, and I just wanted to do a little quiz with the parents in the audience here. If you Google or if you do a search phrase, hang on while I do this on my phone. If you search in your phone, why is my son so, what comes up? Okay, what comes up? Because for mine, it's so angry, so annoying, so clingy, so mean to me, So, you know, that's just a little fun exercise that we as parents can do. But of course, because I let my son play with my phone, of course he had to, turn about his fair play, as they say. And so he did the same search with "Why is my mom?" So the search answers were, "Why is my mom so mean? Why is my mom always mad at me? Why is my mom so strict? Uh, why is my mom mad at me? Did we not just say that? Why is my mom so controlling? I don't control him. Get back in here. Why is my mom crying?"
Oh, me.
And I kid you not, once more, why is my mom so angry? All right, everyone. I'm so excited to have this back to school edition. We've got all these great parents who are also fantastic comics here ready to enter. Well, we have a comic from Austin, right here in Austin, and he's been on the show before too. It's Scott Sticker. Woohoo! He was going to be on Moon Tower, and then it got canceled. Boo hoo hoo. Be sure that you follow Scott on Twitter and Instagram at Scott Sticker. Please welcome Scott Sticker.
Yay!
Hello. Hey, I did that thing that Valerie was saying earlier. I grabbed my kid's iPad and typed in, "Why is my dad so?" And it just said smart, handsome, and thoughtful. So that felt pretty good. Happy to be here. That's not even remotely true. I'm quarantined at home with my kids. I'm not happy to be here. You all should be as well at your house, not with my kids. Preferably, I don't know any of you. I am happy to hear laughter, though. That feels good. There hasn't been laughter in my house in months. This is one of the first times I've been inside my house. I'm mostly in the garage is what's happening here. It's been a fun time. The world is ending currently. Maybe that's why there's no laughter. I don't know if y'all are aware of the world ending. I don't know if you remember this, but at the beginning of this year, there was a continent on fire. That's how bad this year's been. This year started with Australia on fire, and we don't talk about that. Like that's a pretty crappy year. I don't know. It's pretty bad. I feel bad for all those poor kangaroos that got burned. The koalas, though, fuck those koalas. They did. I'm not gonna expand on why, but y'all know why, I'm sure. Anyway, the world is currently ending. When that continent was on fire, there were headlines that said that if we didn't fix the world in about 20 years, if we didn't fix global warming, the world was done. That was it. That was the end. And when I first read those headlines, my thought was, oh no, my legacies. That's how I refer to my kids, obviously. They're gonna die so young. And I thought about it for a minute and I was like, oh, my oldest is gonna die at 26. That's all right. That's a good run. He's gonna die and still be on my health insurance. That's amazing. Like his midlife crisis is gonna be buying a couple little Hot Wheel Ferraris, racing them down the street. That's cool. I don't get a midlife crisis. I'm spending all my money on his health insurance, it turns out. I'm trying to keep the end of the world in mind as I raise these kids, though. Like I caught my oldest kid smoking the other day. I was like, dude, what is this, man? You're 7. What are you doing? Like the world is ending. Smoke something harder. Have some fun with this. Let's roll up something fun here. Light it on the flames of Australia. Just let's have some fun while the world like literally burns. Try to keep the end of the world. I'm gonna let my kids get tattoos pretty soon because I know they're gonna die still too dumb to even regret them. So why not, right? I regret all my decisions. If he does this thing right, if both of my kids do this right, they're going to die and not even have to deal with children of their own. That's amazing. Can you imagine? I wish I had died at 26. All right, I'm just kidding. I'm not sure if that's a punchline or a cry for help. They're all the same at this point. During a pandemic, they're all cries for help. Everything is, please help me. I'm 35 now. I know I'm not old, but I'm too old to act the way that I do. Like I'm too much. I don't know. I could have honestly happily died at 26 and not have to deal with the horrors that came after that. Like 27 was fine, but it was the first year I went to a barber shop and the barber shaved the tops of my ears non-consensually. Did not ask for this service. This was something that she just sprung upon me. Jared, has this ever happened to you?
No.
Oh, God damn it. Maybe it's not aging. Maybe I'm just gross. That's what's happening. I don't know. She just like muttered something about hobbits and then shaved my ears. It was upsetting. I don't know. 27 was the first year that I went to the grocery store and bought groceries, and the grocery store clerk was like, "They'll take the coupons off at the end, sir." I was like, I didn't even hand you coupons. What do you do? I just have resting discount face now. I don't know what the deal is. When you get sick at 30, when you're over 30, no one gives a shit. They don't care. That like my wife gets excited when I get sick now because she gets to like practice her spells on me or whatever. I don't know. I had a sore throat the other day and my wife was giddy. She was so excited. She got a spoon and put crushed garlic and barley malt in it and shoved it in my mouth. I have vomited immediately. And she was like, "It's working." I'm not the kind of dude that expects my wife to like take care of me or care for me or whatever, but don't prank me. That's mean. That's rude. Don't give me other ailments. I don't know. I took the kids camping because we were all losing our minds inside. That's what you do when you're a dad. You take all the things you love and you insert your children in them so you can learn to hate them. The things you love, not your children. Well, both, honestly. But I took them camping, and I don't know if you've ever seen children in nature when there's a global pandemic going on, but I have new qualms with the book Lord of the Flies now. Like, my main qualm is that it was a gradual descent into madness. It's not gradual at all. We had not even set the tent up, and my 3-year-old had his shirt off and was screaming at the top of his lungs. My 7-year-old had found the biggest, thickest stick I've ever seen and was whittling it. Where did he get a knife? What is this? I know that if we stayed there for more than a weekend, there would have been a head at the end of the stick somehow. An armadillo wandered into our campsite. Both my kids just looked at it and they said, "Can we eat it?" No, dude, we brought veggie dogs. That's what camping is. I don't know. They're maniacs, these two. My oldest one, this global pandemic is perfect for him because he's getting creepy. It's perfect. Like he uses the phrase "by nightfall." No, no. Not what a normal kid says, you guys. That's supervillain speak. It's what Bane calls nighttime, is what that is. We got him a digital camera to entertain himself during the pandemic, and we looked at some of the movies he's making on this thing. Most of them are just him filming me and my wife when we don't know we're being filmed, and him whispering into the camera, "Perfect." We're dead, right? What do we do? Lock up all our knives, throw away our knives? We're like an oatmeal family now. We only eat mush. I don't know what to do with this kid. He's creepy. I put him to sleep I didn't euthanize him. I tucked him in. I helped him go to sleep. I'm a good dad. I read him a story. I closed the door. I wiped my brow. I said, "Oh, thank God, it's finally over." I looked up and he was back in the living room somehow, just materialized there. He looked me in the eye. He said, "It's never over, Daddy." Just walked away, and that was it. Yeah, parenting is terrible. This has been a great time. Thank you guys. Bye forever.
Well, I have my co-host back. Jeff is ready to perform his duties. And I said duties.
Hey.
All right, take it away, Jeff.
Okay, so this is my first time ever introducing anyone.
And this is a big deal.
Sorry. From Sacramento, we're so happy to bring back Keith Lowell Jensen. His new album and special from 800 Pound Gorilla Records, Not for Rehire, is out next month. This is his, count 'em, 8th album. Follow Keith on Twitter and Instagram at Keith Lowell. Yay!
Yay!
Hello. Thank you all so much for having me in your living rooms. So great to be here. You know, Shakespeare said all the world's a stage. I don't think Shakespeare ever did a Zoom show. I don't think he ever got a call going, "Hey, William, we're just gonna do this from your living room tonight, if that's cool. I know you can play all the parts. This is different." But you know, trying to get used to it. I always try to be positive. Like if a heckler were to yell at me, "Hey, keep your day job," I would try to be positive, you know, and say, I bet the rest of that sentence is, "Because you made me a latte the other day and it was delicious." There was this trend for a while of heckler destroy videos. Comedian destroys hecklers. And I kept waiting for the one where the heckler yells, "You suck," and the comedian goes, "Oh my God, you're right, I do," and quits comedy, and then the heckler has to feel bad about that for the rest of his life. That would destroy him, wouldn't it? I miss coffee shops almost as much as I miss being able to be directly there and hear laughs in real time. I miss coffee shops. And I was thinking about the other day, and I was like, why is that? Because I make a really good cup of coffee at home. Like, I probably make a better cup of coffee than I get at most coffee shops. And I decided that coffee is kind of like a hand job. You could probably do it better yourself, but it's more fun to have someone else do it. It's just nice. Get a break. Sit back and take a rest. Oh man, I forgot. This is the parent episode, all us parents, and that's a really awkward joke to transition from that into talking about my kid. I was working in an office, and I took my daughter to work with me at the office. It wasn't daddy-daughter day. It was kid got in trouble at school, and I'm not going to spring for a babysitter day. That's our little impromptu daddy-daughter days. And I told her, you're not playing games and stuff. You're going to do homework at the office and let me do my work. And she said, "Okay, you owe me $1 for every time I'm bored." And I thought, that's the best description of office work I've ever heard. I was like, you got it. That's it. They pay me to sit there and be bored. Because I had a daughter, I was dumb about the way genetics work. I thought that because I had a girl, she would be more like my wife. And instead I have a little female me, which is to say my daughter's extremely extroverted and my wife is very introverted. And I didn't know how hard it was for an introvert to raise an extrovert. I didn't really understand the challenges until I took my daughter to Trader Joe's. And on the way there, she said, "Daddy, is the Trader Joe's rule in effect?" And I said, the what now? What's the Trader Joe's rule? And she explained to me that Mommy has a rule that my daughter is allowed to say hello to 3 strangers, and then that's it. And the beautiful thing is the way she budgets. Like she'll see some lady she might say hi to, and then she's like, she looks kind of tame. Ooh, but the guy wearing tons of makeup, he's getting a hello. Hello, Robert Smith. How are you today? Because he'll be interesting. Does her job. I did not watch the Republican National Convention. I didn't need to. I knew exactly what it would be like. It's interesting watching my fellow liberal friends saying, look, if you voted for Trump once, I can forgive you. That after seeing what he's like for 4 years and seeing what he can do, if you vote for him again, if you vote for him for a second time, I could not forgive you. And I want people to know I'm not that generous at all. If you laugh at the scene in Home Alone 2 with Trump in it, I don't want to know you. I don't want to be friends anymore. Just move out. I worked at Petco at one time because I too am a high school dropout. I think there's 3 of us so far in this show. Yeah, high school dropouts unite and take over. And unlike at least one of you, I didn't follow it up with college. I tried. I had a psychology teacher who started crying in class, and my favorite teacher was a math teacher. I couldn't understand a word he said. I think he was teaching in German, but he had a really cool mustache. So I stuck it out for a little while. In the end, I decided college degrees are a really weird way to measure knowledge, aren't they? I mean, you apply for a job and they're like, well, how much knowledge do you have? And it's like, well, I've got 4 years worth of knowledge, and then they evaluate it further. They're like, well, how expensive were those 4 years? And it's like, well, I'm in debt forever. And they're like, okay, you're hired. Come on in, you got the right knowledge. This is so incredibly awkward. I don't know if I'll ever get used to this. I worked at Petco because I'm a high school dropout. That was where I was going with that. And my boss was a woman. For the sake of stand-up comedy performances, I'll call her Jean because that was her actual name, and I hate her. Jean would come to work every day and work on her own side business, locked in the office. And Jean's side business was very interesting. Jean sold dog sperm. She had a blue ribbon award-winning dog. And apparently, once your dog wins a few blue ribbons, breeders will pay for some of your dog's sperm. But you can't go spreading that sperm around and cheapening it. You got to check out their dog and make sure that it's quality award-winning stock that your award-winning sperm is going into. So a very odd way to make a living. And this is what she did all day. And then it was cool because I got to goof off in the front because she was locked in her office. And then she comes out one day and I just want to make small talk, So I was like, hey, how's business? And she's like, exhausting. I'm so tired. And I was like, you're tired. Think of someone else for a change. Poor Bow Wow. And that's when it occurred to me, I don't know how this works, And so I say to her, Jean, how do they get the product? And she said, how do you think, genius? And I said to Jean, oh my God, do you jerk off your dog? Which is not something you ever expect to say to your manager, And she says to me, no, I don't jerk off my dog, which is also something you never expect to hear from your manager. And she follows that up with, I have a guy. And I was like, oh, your boyfriend jerks off your dog? Like, that's not a first date request, right? You waited till things were serious? And she said, no, my boyfriend doesn't do it. That we go to a guy. There's a professional that's what they do. And I thought, oh my God, there is? That's a job? And I hope that they have like a storefront. Like I had this image of like the strip mall with the Chinese food place, and then the auto wash with the washers and the dryers, and then happy ending doggy massage. Wow. And I became obsessed. I kept thinking of this guy that's what he does for a living, and I thought he probably wears a lab coat, right? Because I had this thing, again, as a high school dropout, maybe I'm a little self-conscious. When I see someone in a lab coat, I'm like, respect, because they went through a lot of school. They did something to earn the right to wear a lab coat. Or so I thought. Maybe they just have a way with animals, or have their way with animals. I'm not sure how to word that. So anyway, it made me feel better about my position in life as a high school dropout that was an assistant manager at Petco. Because at least when I pet my dog, pet my dog on top. It's nice simple scratch behind the ears. I will end with this. While I worked at Petco, I learned all about animal nutrition and setting it up and tearing down aquariums and everything else. The only thing people really wanted to know is how to stop their dog from eating cat shit. Really real problem. Dogs love cat shit straight out of the box, little almond roca. And the good news is it's very easily solved. There's a pill that will stop your dog from eating cat shit. The amazing thing about this pill is that you don't give the pill to the dog. No, you give it to the cat. And it somehow makes their shit not taste quite so delicious. Like, what's in this pill is concentrated Olive Garden. And it was the second thing that made me feel better about my lot in life. Because sure, I was an assistant manager at Petco, but some other guy graduated high school, went to college, studied real hard, got a job at Dow Chemical, and it was that poor sucker, not me, that came into his cubicle one day to find a note reading, "Make cat shit less delicious." So I'm doing all right. I have a new album called Not for Rehire about all the other jobs that I've been fired from. I hope you'll check it out. It's playing exclusively on Pandora right now, but it goes up for pre-sale on the 1st, and then it comes out to the world on the 8th and 9th. So thank you guys so much for having me. Love you.
Woo! Woo!
I have a cat and I just want to know who performs the taste test.
Probably just the dog.
Just the dog. While you're waiting for the release of Keith's new album, there's 7 other albums that you could grab right now, just to get ready and to support him. So go do that.
That's a lot of albums.
That is a lot of albums. Well, Keith, Keith is
doing comedy.
He's been doing comedy a while, I guess. We are recording. We are.
I know.
Okay.
I was just wondering.
If you have enjoyed the show so far, PayPal, Comedy Wham. Everybody in the audience, if you gave $5, then it all would go. Venmo to the individual comics that you love and adore.
Follow us.
Add a cute little message on your Venmo donations to the individual comics.
Something that Colton likes to say. If you attach money to if you want to say something to the comic, if you attach money to it, they'll read it.
Yes.
They're 100% more likely to read it if there's money attached.
Yes.
So if you want to say something to a comic, attach money.
Yes. All right. Well, we have just a few more comics left in this very exciting back to school edition show. We have somebody who's again coming back for another time on Isolation Comedy. She is the host of The Birdcage. It is an at-home comedy show on Zoom every Saturday. She is the mom, I do not miss these days, of a 16-month-old daughter who, I mean, not that you're a daughter, but the 16-month part.
I thought you said I was always a quiet baby.
Well, yes, but it's the whole diaper thing and then the potty training and just the words and, not sticking your finger in the electrical outlets. That whole part. I don't miss that part. Anyway, back to our next comic. Apparently, though, the 60-month-old daughter just stopped pulling our comic's hair just when the comic had started to actually like when she was pulling her hair. So, that encapsulates parenting in one fell swoop. So with that, please welcome our next comic from Phoenix, Genevieve Rice. Follow her on Instagram and Twitter at Genevieve Rice.
Yay.
It's good to be here. Yeah, it's good to be here doing Edward Snowden cosplay. So fun. I've been making a lot of changes in my life lately. I'm trying to become a more positive person. I noticed I said I'm sorry a lot. So instead, I'm trying to say thank you. So instead of saying, I'm sorry I slept with your husband, instead, I'm saying, thanks for always going to book club on Tuesdays, Carol. I think it's working out pretty great. I don't mean to be controversial, but I am not enjoying this pandemic. Yeah, thumbs down on it. Not great. There's a lot of things I miss. I miss going to the movies. I miss grocery shopping without having to wear a hazmat suit. I miss sharing a lollipop with 20 to 30 of my closest friends. I kid. If you're an adult that has 20 to 30 close friends, you're in a cult. But there's one thing I do not miss, and it's the weird things that people would say to me about my toddler. Multiple people, strangers, would come up to me off the street and tell me that my daughter is a heartbreaker, which is such a weird thing to say. It's like, oh, your baby is so cute. She's going to destroy so many people's lives. Like, so many people are going to cry because they can't possess her beauty. Just so strange. Just like, stop with the dark prophecies, Lunda. You know, like, just crazy. You know, we're in a time of civil unrest, and as a parent, I've been thinking about how to raise my daughter to be more sensitive to those issues. So I'm gonna monitor what she watches, and we've decided that we are not watching Paw Patrol. Blue's Clues, no thank you. Kindergarten Cops out, that's for sure. Turner and Hooch, no thanks. I did get to the age where I either had to have a baby or I had to become a witch. Maybe it is. Just kidding. I'm a witch too. I'm over 35, and when I was pregnant, they told me that my pregnancy was considered a geriatric pregnancy, which is a huge bummer. I much prefer Golden Girls pregnancy because I think it implies that Betty White is involved, and that's fantastic. You know, I do know a lot of people that are taking this pandemic seriously. But I feel like there's a lot of people that are like, you know what? You haven't RSVP'd to my gender reveal party, this is insane. Like, I didn't go to my grandma's funeral. I'm not going to go to your gender reveal party. That's crazy. And I don't want to shit on just like any excuse to serve cake. But honestly, like, there's a lot more interesting things to know about your baby than gender. Like, for instance, like, will my baby be a fan of the movie Boondock Saints? Will my baby be a flat earther? Will my baby be the type of person that sits down at the table to take your order? I just want to know what kind of monster will be growing inside me. But people, when I was pregnant, people would ask me if I wanted a boy or a girl. And honestly, you know, I had no preference, you know, just as long as it's a happy, healthy raccoon, sea otter, or maybe a pizza. Like, okay, how badass would it be if I delivered a pizza with my body? Be like, oh, You made a pizza with a wood-fired oven. I made mine with sex. This pizza has my eyes, my beautiful pepperoni eyes. But I did have a lot of trouble having a kid. I had a couple of miscarriages. So naturally I broke out the old joke book. But I found out that the term for a miscarriage, the medical term, is spontaneous abortion, which I think makes it sound kind of fun. Like one day I'm gonna play hooky from work, I'm gonna get some ice cream, and I'm gonna kill a baby with my body. And if you don't like that joke, try having a miscarriage. So, but I did lose all the baby weight. I lost 70 pounds, which was great. I'm actually pretty close to my weight loss goals. I'm about 10 pounds away from being able to post a picture of me in a bikini online without a 5-paragraph essay on body positivity. And I'm 20 pounds away from being able to post that same bikini picture without someone saying, I love your confidence. So that's great. I am married. You guys are very enthusiastic. I am married. But I got to be straight with you guys. I haven't always been married. Sad to admit, wasn't a married baby, which would have been so cute. But I've been on some bad dates back in the day. I went out with a man who ordered milk on a date. I'm going to back up a little bit because you guys are grasping the gravity of the situation. This is a human adult man. We weren't eating anything spicy or cereal or cookies. We had a full menu of drinks to choose from. This wasn't one of those all milk restaurants that all the kids are talking about. He just chose milk, and I just had to absorb it and later go to therapy. I also dated a man who told me that I was one of the prettiest girls at Sears, which means that he ranked the girls at Sears and I came out near the top. I don't want to be cocky and assume that I was number one because this wasn't Kohl's. I think we can all agree that mama can win it in the Kohl's. Like if there's one thing I know about myself, I know that if I'm next to a pile of Lee jeans, I shine like a diamond. I also dated a man who very casually admitted to stealing $8,000 from his job. And that was not the last date. Because 2005, Genevieve found that resourceful. And I'm going to leave you guys on this. I mentioned my husband. He is a doctor. He is a doctor of jazz. Now he can write prescriptions. They'll just be for Miles Davis. But I feel like as a jazz man, he's kind of like a misunderstood breed. I feel like it's kind of my job as a jazz wife to kind of like help like kind of clear up those like myths and misconceptions out there. For starters, and I want to make this very clear, he does not have a ponytail. That's blues. He's also never called anyone cat or daddy-o in my presence. Now he does do heroin. That's just because that's the law. That's jazz law, folks. All right, I'm Genevieve Rice. This has been great.
been collaborating on a replacement song to In Your House, In Your Own House. We've been, that's what we want them to think.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. So maybe by the end of the show, we'll have something to announce with our new song to replace Colton's In Your Own House. But for now, we're gonna, we have to be really delicate about this because our next comic, as I mentioned, we had to place him far apart from the other Austin comic, Scott Sticker, because there's just a crazy beef going on. Follow them on social media to keep up with the latest developments. It's gotten quite contentious, and we think we're ready. We're ready to introduce. Hopefully, no fights break out.
Yeah.
Because neither of us are qualified to break up a fight.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
All right. So let's.
How would we? They're literally in other places.
I mean, would we do this? Stop it! We're crushing your heads. We're crushing your. No, that's. I'm too old for that. I mean, yeah, these young kids would never get that joke. Okay. All right. Take it away,
Okay.
Jeff.
So from Austin, like she already said, Austin, Texas, we have Lando Shepard. He says he has no credits, but this is his second time on Isolation Comedy, and we're happy to have him back. Follow Lando on Twitter and Instagram at FunnyManShep. And also, he is named after someone in Star Wars. Because I love Star Wars. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Lando
Shepard.
How the hell are you? Doing all right? Well, all right, let's go and get this shit over with, man. This has been the longest spring break / summer vacation in the motherfucking world, man. I'm gonna say something none of y'all will say it tonight, and that's fuck them kids, man. I know we supposed to love them because it's the law and shit, but deep down inside, when you're in the closet, you're in the closet, you're like, fuck them kids, man. Always eating up shit, tearing up shit. But man, it's been hot, man. That's why I'm drinking this water. I suggest everybody in Texas or in the southern states, man, drink some water. If you don't like water, that's probably because you don't brush your teeth. You need to start brushing a little bit better. You ever hear them people that say, man, water tastes like nothing? It's refreshing, bitch. That's the fuck it is, man. Y'all like my wig, man? I've been growing my shit through this pandemic, man. My shit been growing out, man. I'm gonna twist it up and braids and shit in a minute. Take this shit off, man. That shit hot in the motherfucker. I don't see how women do that, man. How women walk around with that fake hair on? That shit got me sweating. Shit. Speaking of sweat, man, it's so hot out here, man. I got my air conditioner on Fat Boy. That's what it's set on. How it got like 70 degrees, 80 degrees. My shit is on Fat Boy. Shit, man, walking around here with swamp ass all day. Ugh. Shit. I'm gonna tell a woman to suck these balls after the day that I had. There's no way that's happening, man. There's no way. She gonna get a whiff of that. I love this pandemic, man. I go outside, nobody's out there. It's great. I get to walk my dog and shit with no leash on it. And also we have this leash law. I can just let my dogs run wild. It's amazing. I can fly my kite. That's a great thing to do, man. I just be out there with my Mr. T kite. It's just some people make funny ass comments like, you made a kite of yourself? Fuck you, bitch. That is not me. That is Mr. T. None of these jokes are rehearsed, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't had time to write no jokes doing this whole thing, man. I got this thing called a job. This place they want me to work. And every day, man, I'm working, man. I'm an owner operator of a carpet cleaning business. So people want their shit clean right now. and I want to get paid, so I take my fat ass to work every day. Also, man, you know, they really tripping on this what is that, man? That corona shit. So I gotta go in there and I fog out the house. And if people ask me the dumbest question, like, when can we go back in there? I want to say so bad. Go in there right now, bitch, so you can die with the dumbass questions. You can't go in there right now. I don't know why this screen just popped up and have Scott Stickler face on it. I am one of the single parents on this show. I know a lot of y'all been bragging about, your wives and your husbands and shit. You know, man, it's very difficult. You know, when you wake up and go to sleep with these motherfuckers every day, man, it's just ugh. Hey man, here's another thing. I'm coming up on 2 years clean and serene. Stopped using drugs and drinking alcohol about 2 years ago. And this pandemic has really made me think twice about that. I really need an out right about now, man. I need an out. I need some type of vice. I need a vice, man. And so best thing I can come up with is become vegetarian. That's what I came up with, man. I done transferred and started being vegetarian now. And if you've never tried the vegetarian diet, it is shit. Literally. I shit like 2-3 times a day. It's like I can't stop shit. You gotta, when you become a vegetarian, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you got the proper toilet paper. That's what you got. That's what you got to do, man. You don't want to wipe yourself raw. You know, wipe your ass. You start having to wipe your ass with baby wipes after a while. But yeah, man, I'm coming up on 2 years clean and serene. I know none of y'all are clapping about that because y'all like, what's really wrong? we getting fucked up right now, but I'm not, man. I'm trying to work this program, man. I don't want to be like a lot of our comics that have passed on, man, that, get all up in that Hollywood shit and start getting high and fucked up, forgetting their jokes like I'm doing right now. But no, man, this pandemic is great, man. I mow my yard at least 3 times a week. That's another thing, man. I piss off my neighbors by mowing my yard just so I can get out the house and get away from my kids. The older your kids get, man, I'm gonna tell you this here. Here's a fun fact for you. The older your kids get, the more worrisome the motherfuckers get. You still their parent, but what used to be $5 turns into $20 they want to borrow, then it's $100, then it's $500. They be like, man, go get your ass a job or something, man. That's what you need to do. But I'm a single parent. I have a boy and a girl. My son just went back to stay with his mom because he's 19. And in my house, you gotta work or go to school. And his ass ain't doing either, so you gotta get the fuck out of my house. My daughter, it's her last year in high school. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait till this motherfucker get out of my house so I can get me some pussy, man. It's been years. This done turned into a web confession. That's what this turned into. Be personal. Yeah, man, it's just kind of hard, man. You get tired of rubbing them out, man. You're like, man, I know it's almost like a dog that has been fixed, that's licking down there, like, I know something's supposed to happen, but they done took them away. They're gone now. I don't know. I love my dog, man. My dog's cool. I spend a lot of time with my dog now. I talked about taking them to the lake and just letting them run free. With all the chaos that is going on in the world, man, I'm really trying to figure out why I can't subscribe to it, man. I can't. And then the other day, man, I was jogging and I realized that ignorance is bliss. The fact that I'm stupid, is probably the reason why I can't subscribe to this shit, because I just can't fathom it. It's almost like the mentally challenged kid that plays with the same toy over and over again. It's just where I'm at in life. And it's great, because I'm seeing people that live in my neighborhood, man. They live in my neighborhood talking about how bad life is. And I'm like, bitch, you was in a $250,000. How was life bad? I don't understand that. You got a BMW and a Jaguar in your goddamn driveway. How is you? I don't know, man. I don't. Again, ladies and gentlemen, ignorance is bliss. I did have some jokes for y'all, but I don't know what happened to him, man. I guess that's why I didn't ever go to college right there. Oh yeah, man. Here's something else, man. Real quick. My insurance guy called me the other day and he asked me, he said, Lando, what's up? I see you got the increase on your insurance. And I said, yeah, man, because Black Lives Matter. He said, Lando, don't come at me like that, man. I've been your insurance guy for some years now. I'm like, nah, man, Black Lives Matter. He said, where? I said, yeah, man. So if anything happens to my house, my business, I'm gonna just let it burn, y'all. Just let it burn. I'm gonna let them white burn that shit up and collect the insurance and go get me some brand new shit. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm gonna come out there and light a cigarette to that shit. That's what I'm gonna do. My kids probably like, Daddy, what's wrong? Why you not mad? Shit, we finna be paid. That's why. Gentlemen, thank y'all for having me, and y'all have a good night, all right?
All right.
Lando Shepherd. Lando, you know, you said you wanted some pussy. We've got a cat right here.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm a dog man.
All right.
Like
Well,
cats.
maybe we'll offer her up to Keith's friend for the.
Hey, that cat likes Lane Bryant.
Everybody steals the show from me. It's my show. No, just kidding. All right, just a couple more comics left. This has been a great show. Keep those donations coming in. PayPal, Comedy Wham. Extra love to the Venmos for the comics you've seen tonight. You ready to introduce our next?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. He's a writer with Funny or Die. He's on the Bird City Comedy Festival 2020, Altercation Comedy Festival 2020. Of course, I'm assuming those were canceled. Yeah. But he's from Austin, Texas. We're excited to bring back Jared Walls. Follow Jared on Twitter at Jared Walls and Instagram at def_Foxworthy.
Brutal honest.
Hey, what's up, guys? Altercation is still happening the end of October, so please come to that. Anyway, I usually use doing shows to take the opportunity to put on a shirt, but the AC went out of my apartment today, and I'm just gonna sit in this rocking chair and do these jokes and look like a kickboxing instructor. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, that's. I mean, really, that's my. If I'm being honest, that's my COVID uniform anyway. I have not changed clothes in 5 months. Anyway, I do know what I'm going to do after this is all done and over. I'm going to open up an escape room, but it's just going to be people who corner me and ask me what I'm going to do with my degree in creative writing. That's it. That's the concept. There's no escape. It happens all the time. I'm sitting down, and also I'm on the computer, so you can't tell how tall. I'm not a tall person, but don't let my short, fat, tall. I fucked up that first joke. Hey, there we go. Don't let my short, fat, balding stature fool you. I am not confident. not confident. I figured out why. It's because like I used to be attractive, but like now, today in 2020, I look like an assistant football coach. Teach health sometimes. Like that's it's a vibe I got going on. No, I don't know. I'm short, fat, bald. I can't hear. I can't see. I'm just a whole bunch of bad jeans. Wearing dad jeans. That's a tattoo I have on the small of my back. Ladies, no. I'm done telling people how tall I am not. I've created my own standard of measure now. I call it the Danny DeVito scale. I'm 1.27 Danny DeVitos. You do the math. Fuck you. You figure it out. I'm done telling you. No, I don't know. I'm very self-aware. I know about, here's what I know. I know that I'm never going to be in the UFC. I'm never going to be a UFC fighter, but absolutely confident world champion KFC fighter. I will defeat a bucket of chicken right now. I already ate. I don't give a shit. I will take that bucket of chicken down. Very dumb joke. I feel weird doing jokes in a rocking chair. I don't know. I feel a lot older than I should be. I feel like everyone's laughing just because they're hoping that I'm going to die soon and then they'll get some money from it. Anyway, no, I've become really aware of my age. Recently, I went to the doctor and like here's when you know you're starting to get old. Is like the doctor starts peppering you with questions that you've never heard before. Yeah, she was like, "Hey, Jared, do you ever have trouble sleeping at night?" And I was like, "No, I'm a drunk who does drugs. No." Do you ever have shortness of breath? I know I look like it, but no, fuck you. And then she goes, "Do you ever get the meat sweats?" And I was like, "Yes, the meat sweats. I get them all the time, constantly." She looked at me weird and she's like, "Did you just say meat sweats?" And it's like, "Meat sweats, yeah, I have them like right now." I said night sweats. What are meat sweats? And I hope that you understand that I don't go to that doctor anymore, right? Like if you can't comprehend that like at 3 a.m, I'm gonna get up, go to the fridge and like grab a bag of roast beef and shove it into my mouth, a sweaty bag of ham the next day, like you don't get to be my body daddy anymore, okay? Like that's you're like, and that's it, okay? That's my kink too, as I call doctors body daddies. My other kink is I eat meat until I sweat. No, I actually have I've lost a lot of weight. I started taking a lot more care of myself. I started eating better. Started eating like good meat, you know, like free range chicken, grass-fed beef, rescue dog, 100% USDA good boy. That's what I like. I live in Austin. That joke does not work a lot of the time. Everyone has you move here and they give you a dog. They're a little sensitive about it. No, I started eating better too. I started working out more. I started doing CrossFit. Since I started CrossFit, I've lost approximately 25 friends. That's how that works. No, I've been living in Austin for a long time, and when you live here and you you meet people, like pretty interesting people. Here's my favorite person to mention that I know. I know this guy who owns a strip club. Also a great father, like a great dad, like not like legitimately great dad. But I'm curious, is that a line of work that you pass down through the generations, right? Are you like, I didn't put 20 years of blood, sweat, and tears for you to go off to college, become some fancy pants lawyer, okay? Like your legacy is big titty city, young lady. That I haven't told jokes in town since March, but every time I told that joke, straight up somebody knew exactly. It was like, I know David as well. Like they knew. It's real. there's a lot of fun stuff in Texas, living in Texas. Before COVID, there was a straight pride parade in Dallas, straight pride parade. The number of people showed up was two dudes. So that was it. That's pretty fucking gay, you guys. Like that's real gay. What are you doing here? Oh, I'm just being straight and prideful about it. What about you? Same thing. Also me doing that. You want to go to Big Titty City? Absolutely not. I don't know. I grew up in Texas. I used to be a prison guard. I used to keep all the citizens of Texas safe from the murderers and rapers and worse yet, marijuana smokers of Texas. You know how it goes. Kept all you safe. It's a really boring job. You just like look at buttholes all day. Like that's that's it. They should put that in the job description. Just like look at buttholes. That's what you do. My dad was a prison guard. My grandpa's a prison guard as a third generation butthole peeker. Something to be proud of. I think I'm supposed to be proud of. I don't know. I hated it. It was awful. I had the job as like fresh out of high school. So I would be like 18, 19 years old. I'd show up hungover, just be like, well, another day clocking in at the butthole factory. Like that was paid for college. Like I had seen so many buttholes like then, and now I'm in my like mid 30s and like, I just kind of want to see a butthole, you know? Got my fill. No, I should do jokes about my children. I have two daughters. They're twins. They're adorable. They're also jerks. I walk them to school all the time, except for when they are jerks and they want me to drive them. One time I was driving them to school one morning and we pull over about 2 blocks from school and we get out and we're walking on the sidewalk and there's a woman, she's jogging on the other side of the street, jogging the opposite direction towards us. And she looks over at us and I think she's going to wave or whatever because it's a pretty nice neighborhood. And she's like, hey, you can't park there. It's a school zone. No parking between 7 and 3 p.m. Sir, you can't park there. And I was like, oh, no, it's fine. I'm taking my children. You see them. And she's like, no, you can't park there. I'm serious. You need to move your car right now. And you guys remember a minute ago when I was talking about I used to be a prison guard. This thing, you work there, you become a giant asshole the rest of your life. So I looked back at her and I was like, what are you, a cop? What are you, some cop? Are you a cop? What are you, a cop? What are you, a fucking cop? Are you a fucking cop? She was a cop, you guys, like straight up. Badge and a gun, court date later that month. And I try to turn everything like everything in the moment. The girls were like, hey, why did your face color? Why did we see that pain in your forehead? And I was like, hey girls, you know, it's really important to follow the rules. You really should. But it's way more important to mind your own fucking business. I'm Jared Walls. This is really fun. Y'all have a great night, guys.
Woohoo, Jared! Licking at buttholes. No, I did not say licking buttholes. I said looking. Look, it's the Texas twang. Sorry.
Oh wait, you are from Texas.
Yeah. Well, everybody, this has been such a phenomenal show, and I cannot wait for you to see our next comic. This is actually her 3rd time on our show. We love her to pieces. She's from Houston. We're super happy to have her. It's always a fun and crazy ride. I can't believe she's not in front of her club as right now. Can't wait to see what she has in store for us tonight. Please welcome Keisha Hunt. Follow her on Twitter at Keisha Hunt and on Instagram at Comedian Keisha Hunt. And please give a loud welcome to Keisha.
Yeah, buddy. I'm glad to be here for the third time. I appreciate y'all for having me. Still trying to get used to doing comedy on the phone. This is some bullshit. I tell you that much. I can't even get used to no shit like this. My son, I was talking about y'all kids, and I done heard everybody say, fuck them goddamn kids. And I'm like, yeah, nah, I need my son because I'm vertically challenged. And he's 6'2" and this little badass. He put the cereal on top of the cabinet. I gotta wait 2 weeks for him to come back so I can get him down because I'm only 4'11". But on the phone, people can't tell how tall I am. I could be, well, I have been lying my ass off. They be like, stand up, I'll be like, it's your mama. I don't know what to do after that, you know. I like people talking about my height. That's just that bullshit. Huh?
Okay. Okay, so we had a little technical difficulties. We're working that out. We are working on getting Keisha back so you can enjoy her, so we can make some small talk. We're not good at small talk, are we?
No, we're not.
No, have we been?
We know each other, so
Yeah.
we've never had need for small talk.
Yeah, that's true.
Your coworker doesn't know how to spell compatibility.
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny. So I've been working on a project, and my coworker was writing compatibility, but that's what they wanted to write, but what they were actually writing was compatibility.
Which, how do you mess compatibility up?
Oh, you're not compatible.
This is really not funny.
No, we recognize that. We're just zapping the energy out of the room.
Please don't leave.
Yeah, don't leave. We need validation.
Yeah.
We have so little to live for.
Yeah.
Somebody enjoy that. Somebody enjoy that a little too much. All right. Well, next I'll do a couple of comments while we sort out Keisha's audio. We are back with another showcase on September 11th.
Oh.
How about that?
Want to reschedule?
Yeah. I mean, we have comics who are booked for the show, you know? I don't have to send them reminders because they'll never forget.
It's a really bad.
I know it's really bad, but I'm bad at stalling. Anyway, so our showcases are on the second and fourth Fridays of every month. And on the first and third Fridays, we do what we call incubation comedy. And we let you, comics in our audience or comics who've been on our show, do something more experimental.
Yeah, the past few were actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've only done a few.
Yeah.
But they've all been fun.
Yes, they have been.
Want to say thank you to some people?
Oh yeah, we could say thank you to Richard, our tech guru, and
Laura Smith,
and Colton, who is
usually hosts.
Yes.
If Colton was hosting right now, you'd be more entertained.
Yeah. Yes. There'd be costume changes. There would be
Singing.
different beers on selection. We're not heavy drinkers here, so
I'm definitely not. Yeah. Thank you to Derek Hopswa.
yes,
His music.
the music that you've been hearing under the show has been Derek Hopswas, aka Drone Rivers. Donate.
Yeah.
Money. We need it. COVID.
In your own house. He does.
Wait, are people on the stream hearing this, or do I need to transmit this producer's note here? I'm getting
Inside information,
Yeah.
breaking news.
yeah, breaking news. Yes,
We are interrupting your broadcast for this breaking news.
yes, we are hearing that Colton Dowling has a TikTok,
Cool.
but we don't know what the name is. So you're gonna have to find that out and maybe tag us on Comedy Wham so that we can find out. Oh, it's just his name. We're getting more notes here, more breaking news. It's just his name apparently. So look for It's Just His Name on TikTok. No, we're kidding. Colton Dowling.
It might actually be. It's just.
It could be.
It's probably Colton Dowling.
It's probably Colton. I mean, he is. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Colton Dowling. And I bet you can check out those six-pack abs. He's probably on the beach right now, even though it's, not almost 10 o'clock at night. He only has 7 followers? What? Oh, come on, TikTok. Go at him before they sell the company off. All right. All right, can we somehow get Scott and Lando to address this beef that's been going on?
That would be entertaining.
No, because okay.
It's too personal.
Personal. All right. Well.
Plus, Lando knows I'm too sensitive to address it.
All right.
What did he say?
Oh, he's talking terrible about you.
Yeah.
We can't even repeat it. We can't repeat it.
It's just awful.
All right. Well, I'll stall just a little bit more, and then we'll make a decision. But I wanted to say that the reason that Colton is not here is because it is his birthday weekend, and his birthday is on Sunday.
So is mine.
Yes, it is. So we discovered that my co-host Jeff has the same birthday as Colton, and I thought it would be fun.
Don't sing happy birthday.
Okay, well, I thought it would be fun to sing happy birthday.
Well, if we need to stall.
Okay, so let's just do
Hey man,
really.
you brought in some Legos, man. We can definitely sing you happy birthday. Brought in Legos, bro. Come on, man. Get off the gas, man.
So let's sing happy birthday to Colton. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yes.
Every time I see a screenshot of Scott, I want to slap it.
Okay.
I want to knock down my phone off the tripod.
I'm guessing producer's note. I think we're not getting Keisha back. That is such a bummer.
That's really unfortunate. This is not a great way to end the show.
Yeah, so, apparently I was such a terrible host. Our final comic decided that
You're not the only host.
Well, yeah, you brought me up, so Okay,
I
we
think
just got a
Kev killing
producer's note that we are both pretty terrible. So
I'm pretty sure this is both of our, actually my first time. I don't know about you.
yeah, well, first time Zoom. Nobody wants to hear this. So
No.
we have had just a phenomenal time. Everybody that's been on the show has been fantastic. Love this back to school edition with all of our parent comics. We can really tell that at least 2 of you love your children, and we are looking forward to seeing you back for another showcase on September 11th, but also on September 28th. And follow us on Comedy Wham everywhere. We've had a great time, and this has been Isolation Comedy. Nope. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.